Jai Hind everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel which is Explore Yourselves, Banking and General Knowledge etc. Jai Hind. Historical events of 17th May. A journey through time of 17th May 2025, Saturday. Today's that is 17th May, highlight in history. 1642. Paul de Comedoy, Sieur de Maisonneuve founds the Ville Marie de Montreal. 1648. An allied French and Swedish army defeats Imperial and Bavarian forces in the Battle of Dusmaar-Hussein. 1673. Louis Joliet and Jacques Marquette begin exploring the Mississippi River. 1756. 7 Years' War formally begins when Great Britain declares war on France. 1760. French forces besieging Quebec retreat after the Royal Navy arrives to relieve the British garrison. 1792. The New York Stock Exchange is formed under the Bretton Woods Agreement. 1805. Muhammad Ali becomes Wali of Egypt. 1809. Emperor Napoleon I orders the annexation of the Papal States to the French Empire. 1814. Occupation of Monaco changes from French to Austrian. 1814. The Constitution of Norway is signed and Crown Prince Christian Frederick of Denmark is elected King of Norway by the Norwegian Constituent Assembly. 1859. Members of the Melbourne Football Club codified the first rules of Australian rules football. 1863. Rosalia de Castro publishes Canteras Gallegos, the first book in the Galician language. 1863. American Civil War. During the Vicksburg campaign, Union forces under John A. McClellan defeat a Confederate rearguard and capture around 1,700 men at the Battle of Big Black River Bridge. 1865. The International Telegraph Union, later the International Telecommunication Union, is established in Paris. 1875. Artist Dice wins the first Kentucky Derby with the jockey Oliver Lewis. 1900. The children's novel The Wonderful Wizard of Oz by L. Frank Baum is first published in the United States. The first copy is given to the author's sister. 1902. Greek archaeologist Galerios Stres discovered the Antikythera mechanism, an ancient mechanical analog computer. 1914. The Protocol of Corfu is signed, recognizing full autonomy to northern Epirus under nominal Albanian sovereignty. 1915. The last British Liberal Party government, led by H. Asquith, falls. 1933. Vidkun Quisling and Johann Bernhard Eschot from National Samling, the National Socialist Party of Norway. 1937. Spanish Civil War. The Largo Caballero government resigns in the wake of the Barcelona May days, leading Juan Negrin to form a government without the anarcho-syndicalist CNT in its stead. 1939. The Columbia Lions and the Princeton Tigers play in the United States' first televised sporting event, a collegiate baseball game in New York City. 1940. World War II. Germany occupies Brussels, Belgium. 1943. World War II. Dambuster raids commenced by No. 617 Squadron, RAF. 1953. Delta Airlines Flight 318 crashes near Marshall, Texas, killing 19. 1954, the United States Supreme Court hands down an unanimous decision in Brown versus Board of Education of Topeka, Kansas, outlawing racial segregation in public schools. 1967, Six-Day War. President Gamal Abdel Nasser of Egypt demands dismantling of the peacekeeping UN emergency force in Egypt. 1969, Venera program. Soviet Venera 6 begins its descent into the atmosphere of Venus, sending back atmospheric data before being crushed by pressure. 1973, Watergate scandal. Televised hearings begin in the United States Senate. 1974, the Troubles. 33 civilians are killed and 300 injured when the Ulster Volunteer Force detonates 4 car bombs in Dublin and Monaghan, Ireland. 1974, police in Los Angeles raid the Symbionese Liberation Army's headquarters, killing 6 members, including Camilla Hall. 1977, Nolan Bushnell opened the first Chuck E. Cheese's Pizza Time theater, later renamed Chuck E. Cheese, in San Jose, California. 1980, General Chun Do-hwan of South Korea seizes control of the government and declares martial law in order to suppress student demonstrations. 1980, on the eve of presidential elections, Maoist guerrilla group Shining Path attacks a polling location in Chuschi, a town in Ayacucho, starting the internal conflict in Peru. 1983, the US Department of Energy declassifies documents showing world's largest mercury pollution event in Oak Ridge, Tennessee, ultimately found to be 4.2 million pounds, 1.9 kt, in response to the Appalachian Observers Freedom of Information Act request. 1983, Lebanon, Israel, and the United States signed an agreement on Israeli withdrawal from Lebanon. 1984, Prince Charles calls a proposed addition to the National Gallery, London, a monstrous carbuncle on the face of a much-loved and elegant friend, sparking controversies on the proper role of the royal family and the course of modern architecture. 1987, Iran-Iraq War. An Iraqi Dassault Mirage F-1 fighter jet fires 2 missiles into the US Navy warship USS Stark, killing 37 and injuring 21 of her crew. 1990, the General Assembly of the World Health Organization (WHO) eliminates homosexuality from the list of psychiatric diseases. 1992, 3 days of popular protest against the government of Prime Minister of Thailand Suchinda Kraparayon begin in Bangkok, leading to a military crackdown that results in 52 officially confirmed deaths, hundreds of injuries, many disappearances, and more than 3,500 arrests. 1994, Malawi holds its first multi-party elections. 1995, Swan Nelson steals an M60 tank from the California Army National Guard's armory in San Diego and proceeds to go on a rampage. 1997, troops of Laurent Desire Kabila march into Kinshasa. Zaire is officially renamed Democratic Republic of the Congo. 2000, Arsenal and Galatasaray fans clash into the 2000 UEFA Cup final, riots in Copenhagen. 2004, the first legal same-sex marriages in the US are performed in the state of Massachusetts. 2006, the aircraft carrier USS Oriskany is sunk in the Gulf of Mexico as an artificial reef. 2007, Trains from North and South Korea crossed the 38th parallel in a test run agreed by both governments. This is the first time that trains have crossed the demilitarized zone since 1953. 2010, Pamir Airways Flight 112 crashes in Afghanistan's Sakardara district, killing 44. 2014, a military plane crash in northern Laos kills 17 people.